Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Canadian Shield. My name is Sterling, and I'm your host. So the Conservatives have just been knocking it out of the park all week long in the House of Commons and different places. And that's primarily, people would tell you, people that I know would say, well, that's the truth will out. Which is to say that because the person was always talking the truth from the beginning, eventually that will surface. Now, the Conservative Party has been talking a lot about the economic policies of the far left, of the Liberal Party, of the NDP axis of combination there. They have, in fact, been proven to be hurting our economy. And Bill C-69 is no different, this newest tax and slashing. And I would point out to you that I've had a look at Bill C-69. They have to make changes to at least 7 different tax bills. 7. That's how far down they have come to where they are trying to get money from Canadians and give it away. It's ridiculous. Now, Pierre Poilievre said some things about it, and then afterwards, before in the had like 2 minutes, the 3 parties all had a question each at him, and he just puts them right in their place. And I thought it would be nice to show it to you just like that. Then I'll do a different video for his approach on the Bill C-69. That's without talking about the bill that the paper that's been released today by the PBO and the ECCC. Anyway, before I get into it, I would encourage you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this channel with all of your socials.
Let's get a few questions in. Questions and comments? The Honourable Deputy House Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We just heard or found out moments ago that Conservatives have now decided that they will not be voting in favour of fairness for Canadians. They will, in fact, today be voting against the Ways and Means motion to set fairness for everybody. Can the Leader of the Opposition take the opportunity now to explain his position, because he has been absolutely mute on this for the last number of weeks?
Good question. Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you. I think the member has a problem with his earpiece, because I just finished explaining my position, Mr. Speaker. My position is that a job-killing tax on health care, homes, farms, and small businesses is the last thing we need in this cost of living crisis the Prime Minister has caused. He wants to tax doctors away when we have a doctor shortage. He wants to tax farmers when we have a food price crisis. He wants to tax home builders when we don't have enough homes. He wants to tax small business when our economy is already falling off the cliff and having the worst growth in the G7. Mr. Speaker, that is insanity. Common sense Conservatives will bring in taxes that are lower, fairer, and simpler, so that hard work pays off with a powerful paycheck that buys affordable food, gas, and homes in safe neighborhoods. The question points once again to the useless lobbyists that support the government's high tax agenda. They always want to raise taxes on someone else and make others pay. That's why, if you're an entrepreneur, you should fire your lobbyists and talk to the people. That's what I've been saying for years. And finally, elect a Conservative government that will axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime.
Questions and comments? The Honourable Member for Port Moody Coquitlam.
Mr. Speaker, the member and I went to the same high school, and in grade 10, the required reading was The Handmaid's Tale. It was hard to read, Mr. Speaker, and I'll tell you what else is difficult to read what's happening down in the United States the fact that the United States is looking at taking away a woman's right to choose. And I think about the fact that the member is courting incels for months and months and months at a time, and that the last Conservative from Port Moody Coquitlam was an anti-abortionist. I want to know for sure today, right now, does the member support a woman's right to choose? And is the member going to take away a woman's right to choose if they ever, and I hope it never happens, becomes a government in this country?
Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
No.
I just love that. Straight, simple answer. No. Unequivocal, no banter, no dancing around the subject, none of that stuff. And I think that what we see here is a profound lack of comprehension. The three sides come at him. They gave the NDP, the Liberals, and the Bloc all had a question, and they all got torn to shreds. Now, the couple of things that I would point out is the idea that the Liberals are going to try to say that the Conservatives don't have a plan. They don't owe you a plan. They don't have to say anything at all. They are saying it, but they don't have to. And I think personally, by the amount of changes that the Liberals have taken on that the Conservatives talk about, I think that they just need to hear the Conservatives' plan so that they can have their own plan, right? Like, I think that they don't have a clue what to do, and they think, well, let's ask Pierre Poilievre what to do because he always comes up with these great ideas and he always seems to be right on the money. Let's ask the Conservatives what to do. We'll try to shame them into saying it out loud, and then we'll take their idea and run with it. That's what I think. I mean, I'm telling you, what else makes sense? Because they completely want to change the narrative away from the fact that the economy is horrible. I mean, did you see the guy? He stood up, he had to undo his jacket, so he's not missing any meals. The deputy House Leader. Also, I'd like to talk about the NDP lady. I think that it's pretty gross to start talking about, like, incels and abortion. I think that what you're seeing there is a very specific, narrow attempt to garner a certain vote, right? And not just to garner the female vote, but she's trying to garner the female vote that are misogynists, right? These are the people that want to mock men who are upset on the internet, incels, right? And what do we talk about incels? I mean, if you were a person who identifies as this and you live in her region, think about the fact that she's just going to mock you. Think about the fact that she will in no way, shape, or form help you. That's not what a democracy is. A democracy is you have to help everybody, not just a select few that you pick and choose. And I think that that's important, that if you're living in Coquitlam, BC, and this person is running in your region again, you need to remember that if she doesn't agree with your if she doesn't align with you ideologically 100%, she will give you absolutely no representation, none whatsoever. And I think that kind of speaks to what's important about this country. You have to elect people that are going to look after everybody, not just a select few, not just the very narrow people who may or may not be voting for her ideology. But you have to pick people that are looking after the region, that are looking after everybody, that all walks of life in there, not just the ones that she identifies with, all of them. Anyway, I just wanted to say my 2 cents on her approach to politics. So you got the Liberals trying to say that the Conservatives have no plan, which they say out loud every time I turn around. You got the NDP trying to say that he's going to attack women's rights, which is ridiculous when you consider the caucus of the Conservative Party. Nobody's ever said that. It's already enshrined. It's codified. You would have to go before a judge to change it. You can't just write legislation to change it. Anyway, I just want you to think about that when you're talking about casting your vote, when you're thinking in your mind, who should I vote for? What matters more to you? Food on the table, money in the bank, or, whether or not incels voted for Pierre Poilievre. All right, I'm going to wrap here. I want to thank you all for listening, and I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I mean, I give a lot of opinions. You guys should just tell me your opinions. I'll talk to you next time.